Hello and welcome to the Critically Clueless. Today we are in Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlords, and after episode 23 and after the absolutely amazing battle that we took part in, we are now on episode 24, and today's episode is going to be all about making money. We're going to be going over to our castles and trying to sell our prisoners. Now that's not something we've actually done too much of on this playthrough and on the channel at all, but selling prisoners not only nets you rogue skill, but it also nets you a decent amount of cash as well, and we are really in need of cash, especially as we have 3 towns and a number of castles. Now I'm at the stage now where I would like to at least start considering my own kingdom, and all of our towns and castles are all grouped together as well, so our kingdom's in a really good kind of area. But what's stopping me is the fact that I do not have enough cash. Now, would I like to be a higher clan level? Yes, absolutely. Would I like my march size to be bigger than it is? Of course I would. But these things aren't necessarily something we have to have, whereas a bigger march size, whereas having a lot of cash, we absolutely do need a lot of cash, because when we do start our own kingdom, we're going to have issues. Okie dokie, so only 18 prisoners in that one, but we can go over to our city and see if that's been drained. But yeah, so cash is absolutely paramount. We do need abundance of it. 1 million plus. Personally, I like to have 5 million, but we're going to need our smithing to be up in order to see that much cash anytime soon. Now, we do have some junk that we can sell as well from the last battle. We sold some of it. We didn't manage to sell all of it. I'm still trying to keep some gear so that way I can kit out a companion, and of course we do want to keep the majority of our weapons as well, because of course we have got that eye on smithing. We need to be, gaining those points on smithing as much as possible. Really, we're working on tier 2, I believe a tier 2 two-handed sword right now, but once we start getting up into tier 3, that's when we're going to be able to almost print money. It's not going to be super, it's not going to be amazing, but it's going to be enough to give us a steady flow. Okie dokie, so let's see what we've got in here. Any good troops for us? Do we want to donate any? They do have the Fanes, and we know how much I like the Fanes. In fact, we have 71 Fane champions. That as well is a number that I'd like to edge up. If we could edge that up to almost 100 with a decent infantry, say 40 to protect them, and then the rest cavalry, I'd be quite happy with that, my personal army. But Fanes, they take a lot in order to level up. But yeah, guys, if you are enjoying this playthrough, don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well. All of those subs, all that interaction massively helps. So what we're doing here is breaking down the weapons. Now, I'm trying to get points on my companions where and as I can get them, and I'm also building up that stockpile of resources, so that way when I want to then turn around and make a ton of swords, it's there ready for me. It is going to take quite a while. I've kind of stressed this throughout the video. Anytime I mention smithing, it's not a wonder, a one-hit wonder. It really does take an awful long time and a lot of dedication. These orders, I would not neglect them. They're really good, even if you can't meet the quality demands. You quite often get quite a bit of experience from it, plus it's almost a guaranteed way to make money. I mean, whether it's only 100, 200, 300 dinars for now or not, as you go up in your smithing ability, you're going to be unlocking better orders, and eventually you're going to be able to meet those requirements and earn some decent cash. In fact, you'll earn more cash from some of those orders than you will from selling 2, 3, 4, you know, top of the range forged swords. So, you know, it's worth investing in. We are managing to get some decent resources though, so maybe we are at that stage. I know that we grinded our way up to a tier 2 sword, and we were turning over, you know, between 1 and 2, I think 800, maybe 2,000 dinars per sword. So we just need to get lucky. So I might start smithing in the next episode. See if we get lucky. If we get tier 3, if we can get tier 3 two-handed swords, we're going to make absolute bank. But for now, we just need to concentrate on getting the points we can as and when we get them. Especially as we want to get to smithing tier 100. I feel like level 0 to 100 is just such a slow, hard grind. I think that it's a slow, hard grind because it really isn't that profitable. Once you go past 100, I feel like it goes so much faster because you're able to make, you know, better weapons to give you that higher XP. We need more troops, more troops, more troops. Omar does not have enough troops in the garrison. When I was eyeing up their thanes, I realized that they kind of need a little bit of help. Now in castles, 100 clean and clear troops in the garrison that you donate, on top of the militia that will build up, more than enough. When it comes to your towns, however, personally speaking, you're going to need at least 200, if not 300 troops. You can go all the way up and max it out, of course, but it depends if you've got the finances to do that. We obviously no longer need to be in an army because we're in pretty a safe area. We are currently at war with Sturgia, but they're not, let's just say they're not winning that war, and I think they've got other things to worry about. In fact, we may actually go and check out one of their castles. See if we can pop some more troops in Omar real quick. I'm really chuffed that we've got such a happy kingdom, and you know, we were up in that voting order as high as we were. We've got some key towns, some key castles, and I'm quite happy. The castles really I really don't care about, but I will use them to turn companions into lords, especially when we do it, when we, you know, make that switch. We're going to need it. Oh, 100 prisoners. I'll take every single one you've got, mate. I'll come back for the rest of the map. But yeah, at the beginning, we're not going to have the relation with clans in order to recruit them. It's going to cost us a little bit of money. We might be able to recruit 1 or 2 as Sturgia as they are small. It depends how long this war goes on for and how much more land we can take off them. I know they're small, but they're not so small that me being just me is going to entice them over. I also need to get married before we get our own kingdom too, because we want that extra clan member. And of course, if people are looking at us a little bit hostile, they may not want to allow me to marry their daughter. That was a lot. Let's have a little look. See, we need what, 43. So we got 16 Sturgeon recruits. A couple of these, 10 more of these. We don't need that many more. I need to find 3 more. It's about 200 though. I think we're doing okay. Hey, look at that. See, that's why we do this. We get a good amount of cash for selling those prisoners. And of course, we do get that roguery as well. Our roguery is up to 44. Not that we've ever put points into it. Or even, you know, thought about investing time into roguery. But there we go. We are getting that XP. And you know, all XP, all levels, it all gets pumped towards your own level and XP. So, you know, it all helps. See if we got any more. Oh, that was a ton of troops. Nice. I believe I own that village, and that's why they give me more troops. And again, the snaps. Or, well, I don't know. I don't think I own this one. There's a lot of troops in it, though. A lot of archers. I do like those archers. I do worry that I carry far too many archers, however. I do need to make sure that I am leveling up my infantry to make sure that the little infantry I do have is actually top tier. Because, yeah, I'm very, very archer heavy. I'm tempted to keep those even though we needed them for a garrison. Oh, we got more prisoners, guys. We got a lot more prisoners. Very nice. You know what that means? That means that's another 10 grand in our pocket. And we're doing very well on cash as well in this episode. We are making bank. Normally we've been making what, 20,000 per episode, pretty consistently. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, because we are actually, you know, progressing in that cash. But selling your prisoners has absolutely worked wonders. Let's have a rest. No stamina. I wish there was a button so you could rest just till your stamina hits 100%, because I feel like trying to guess when your character's at 100% is a waste of time sometimes. You waste hours within smithing, and it's really annoying. If there was a button just to allow me to rest for just the exact time needed, I'd absolutely love that. Nice. Don't forget, guys, we do actually have an active and growing Discord as well. We have a number of Bannerlords players within Discord. All of them are there to help you as well. We do try and help and answer any question popped within a Discord. So, you know, feel free to join. The link for that is down in the description. Where to go? Oh, there's 180 in here. I almost left without even looking. Nice. Oh, that's very cool. Our roguery went up another point. Of course it did. We're going to be at roguery level 50 before we even know it, guys. To be fair, it's going to be very, very easy to level up roguery if you actually put those points into it. Donating these prisoners, as you can see, you know, it's not something we've ever really thought about or ever really done too much. We have a number of towns, a number of castles, and they are full of prisoners. And yeah, it's just an absolutely great way to level up roguery. It's just a shame because I don't really feel that roguery is that strong or even something I ever need to really worry about in any of my playthroughs. Which is a bit of a shame. I feel like it could use a bit of a tweak and possibly a bit of a buff. We are still over our troop number. But they were very tasty and we absolutely had to pick them up. 9 more. Just need to find 1 more. Who am I willing to let go? There we go. That will do. Okie dokie. We have got more money right now than we have had in the entire playthrough. And we have just found ourselves a high level horse to boot. Let's see if we can win this tournament. God, this has got to be close to 30 tournament wins now. If we can get this one, we are going to be close to becoming a tournament champion. Oh, you git. Oops. I'm going to punch him. I need to get a little bit better with that throwing. I'm not really looking to level it up, if I'm honest. But it is what it was. It's given me a go, so I might as well level it when I can. Nice. Oh, you know he did. Last axe and everything. Absolutely love that. That was pretty cool. You wouldn't want an axe to your face, would you? Sidestepped. Well, he can't hit a barn door right now. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm tempted to do one of these with just a fist. It would be absolutely hilarious. Go on. It's pretty cool. Even if I lose right now, even if I lose, we still get the horse. I like that. Even if we lose, guys, we still get the horse. Oh, he was tough. I gave him far too much armor. Far too much armor. But just like that, we won ourselves another tournament. Not only winning the tournament, but of course winning that all-important horse. I do say go for them as soon as you can. And if you see those horses in the tournaments, you gotta go for them, guys. They're worth so much money. And look at that. Look at all of that dollar. Well, there we go. We are well and truly making money in this episode. Seriously, until you've got like a high level in trading where you are able to trade absolutely up the wazoo, and that does take a bloody long time, or of course you're able to print money with your smithing, those tournaments, a bloody good way to make money. Okay, so now we've been making all the money. I think it's time we get our army back. And have a look to see what Sturgia are up to. Now, they do have a town and a castle just north of me right now, and that is what I want to have a look at. Also, I need to find out what's happening with my other party member, because I should have 3 party members, not the 2. In fact, I made one of my old caravan leaders a brand new party member because I believe they had bloody good stewardship, and they are not recruiting. They should have 120 troops. I've set them to unlimited. It's been some time now, but yeah, for whatever reason, the spice vendor is not recruiting. Just trying to figure out where they are. And we're going to go have a little look-see at exactly what's going on with this party. It does happen sometimes when your parties don't recruit. Maybe they've got some other things going on in their own little head. As you can see, they're just sat there in town. Yeah, very, very odd. But it could be because they were... I can't exactly remember when I made them a party member, whether it was the last episode before that. They could have been involved in a caravan. I may have just, you know, destroyed said caravan and just straight up popped them as a party member. The AI may have glitched. So we're going to go and have a little look-see. Help them out a little bit. Don't forget, you can actually give your party members troops. So that is something that I think we can do. And then bring them into our army. And hey presto, we've got a pretty decent march. Where did they go? Did they run away? No, they must be in the keep. Let's have a look. They are in the keep. Oh, I need to recruit the troops first, so... There's a couple there to recruit. What about the tavern? Might be able to... There we go. 11 sellswords. A little bit of infantry backup there. That's not going to be enough. Let's pop into the garrison. There we go. It's got more than enough troops there for us to grab up. I don't want to leave them too short, but at the same time, I do want to make sure that we max out their capability to give us the maximum amount of troops with us. Because, yeah, I would like to have a look at taking on a castle, maybe taking on the town. There is one castle, one town, I believe. So we need to have a little look-see. Need a decent march. Might have to bring some extra people with us as well. But we've got more than enough influence to grab them up if we need to. That should be more than enough. We, of course, are over our limit, but that does not matter because we're not going to leave. No time's going to pass. We're literally just going to straight hand these troops to the spice vendor. Can't recruit just yet because, of course, she's below the number she needs to be. She has some absolutely goddamn awful troops. Level 1 troops at that. So whatever troops we give them is going to be better than she already had. I guess I'm going to make her more of an infantry, you know, cannon fodder type of character. Maybe some extra archers to buff those lines a bit. I'm not going to give any of my cavalry away because I don't agree with that. It's my cavalry. It's very, very high leveled. And I absolutely want to make sure that I keep that where it is. We need to get rid of a couple more. Oh, now she's over and we're under, so of course we can afford that. What do we want to take back? Tier 3s? Take back some tier 3s. And then, hey, Kushti, there we go, added into the army. So the other guys should be joining us. Therefore, we should have a march of around 500 strong, which is pretty good. What's in there? The Knight's Fall? Nah. we're past on that one. I would like to become tournament champion, but it's not kind of a priority. We've done a lot of tournaments. We've still probably got like 15 to 20 that we'd have to do in order to become tournament champion. And that's a lot. I only want to do it for the decent gear. I mean, as we're getting bigger, longer in, we'll start getting the decent armor as well. You know, which is going to be worth more than horses. I think there's tier 5, tier 6 armor should start spawning in there. Got a couple of levels just doing orders then, guys. See what I mean? Those orders are very, very worthwhile. Very, very worthwhile. Get rid of all of those blacksmith hammers. And yeah, that's where I want to go. I want to go all the way up here. Maybe take out the villages. I'm thinking if we cut off their supply, it could do good for us. It could starve them out. Plus, the raids do a little bit better than they used to. You get more money anyway. And of course, this episode has been about getting more money. And we've done very, very well for that as well. Oh, a march of almost 600. I like that. That's just made up with just my guys now. Something to think about, because obviously if we are going to be a little kingdom, that's going to be the size of my army. And that's really not a very big army, but it is what it is. I don't have the best companions, unfortunately. I haven't spent much time in the encyclopedia looking for companions and tracking down the better ones. Maybe it's something I should have done. But we can put it on our list of things to do for sure. Send the troops. Yeah, we had no injuries, no deaths. One of my party members had 2 injuries. Got some decent loot there. Yeah, 44, 43, 42, 41. That's pretty good loot, to be fair. You know, that's every few seconds we're getting 50 quid. There we go, all done. Wow, what? Is this for a town? No, vote for nobles. Not really going to pay. I was going to see if I can get a little bit of positive experience or positive relation with the leader, but I couldn't win that regardless. And now we have ownership of another town. Unfortunately, this time we are not here. We're not on the vote, so we can abstain. What were we doing? Village. Oh no, that was done. We'd done the village. We'd done the raid. We got some decent gear out of it. It wasn't too bad. How many people have they got? That is going to be tough. The surgeon. He is not happy we did that. Eventually, if you do keep going against your companions, you know, because every companion does have a morality system, it's not as big as it was in Warband. For anyone that played Warband, that was a big thing, especially with your companions. A lot of different companions would leave if you had the wrong different companions. It was kind of really fascinating, actually. But yeah, if you do keep going against your companions in this, you do stuff they don't necessarily agree with, they will be rather unhappy with you. We got some prisoners from that, and some gear as well. Nice. Oh, 63, 62. That's a lot better. So that's rather interesting to see that different villages have different profits, I'm assuming. Well, that was worthwhile. It may not be mega money, but you know what? It's a little bit, and I'm quite happy. Something for early game raiding? Yeah. Why not? Leave it at... Well, I guess our castle raiding is not going to be happening after all, because Sturgia have thrown in the towel and offered almost 1,500 dinars per day as tribute for peace. Sturgia got their arse handed to them, of course, and lost that war rather convincingly. Well, guys, on that absolute bombshell, I'm going to do a slight bit of admin, because if I don't do this, it's going to pop up all the goddamn time. And I will leave this episode here. Of course, next week there will be another episode of Mountain Blade coming out, and I believe I'm gonna do a smithing episode next week. So next week's gonna be nothing but smithing, guys. I'm gonna be making some mad money because it's about time. So I don't know about you, but I kind of want my own kingdom. So that next step is gonna be cash. But anyway, guys, I've been a monk, we've been Critically Clueless, and I will see you in the next episode real soon. Until then, take it easy and happy gaming.